What's up everybody? Welcome to the first vlog in over a year. Sorry it's been such a while, but I've not really been at anything to film recently. As you can see, we're currently in Los Angeles, California. We're near the end of the trip now, so obviously I'm going to throw you back right to the start, back in England, back to me packing my case and show you all the highlights from there. See you soon. We are in Los Angeles, California. We are staying currently in West Hollywood. I'm going to quickly show you some of my room here. This is the room I'm staying in, and my friend Elliot is also staying next door. So today is in theory day 2, but it's our only first day in Los Angeles, as we sort of spent the whole of Monday pretty much traveling from London Heathrow. So for the first day, we're going to sort of just have a wander around, wander up to Hollywood. We might go down to Beverly Hills, go get some breakfast. It's about 8:30 LA time, so we're quite hungry. We arrived really late last night, so we've not had a chance to get anything in. Go for a shop and yeah, see what we can see. So hopefully you enjoyed the highlights I've just shown you. I wasn't quite sure what to sort of do with this video. I'm going to make it like a vlog, or do I do half and half of the highlights? So I thought I would do that. Sort of show you the best parts of the trip really. So obviously day 1 we arrived, to show you parts of the plane and everything like that. Day 2 we did Hollywood Boulevard, where I went and had a look at the Walk of Fame. We stopped and had like some weed at the Hard Rock Cafe. That was really nice. But my impressions of Hollywood so far, really, obviously there's been a lot of homeless issues since like COVID. I saw some people before, and it hasn't actually been like glitzy and glamorous since like the 60s. So yeah, I don't think it's as bad as what people made out it to be. At least right now, I don't think it's too bad. It was certain parts of it, probably the main areas around the Chinese theatre and that, are well looked after. There's a lot of souvenir shops and things like that you could expect really. It's got a nice little square with a few shops and a sort of sitting area and stuff. That was quite nice. Babylon shopping mall or something like that. That was quite nice. So what did we do? Day 2 or day 3 in theory. Day 2 of actually being here. We went to the Grove shopping centre. So that was about a 30-35 minute walk from West Hollywood, going down LA. That was quite a nice shopping centre actually. Not a huge amount of shop, but it was a really nice, well looked after, smart, posh looking area. Nice restaurants there. We stopped at the La La Land Cafe for that was quite an iconic name to match the movie, so we stopped there. Had a nice drink there. Highlight store. Obviously, that is an ASOS store, but I get that back in the UK. It's not I've seen, maybe in London. I've never seen one though. So you get all the ASOS branded clothes. They're like Levi's in there. I think there's a few other brands as well. The Nike store. The Nike store was quite big. It was very quiet. Obviously, you had loads of trainers, all the Nike gear and everything like that you'd expect. Apple store, that's probably the highlight actually. The Apple store is probably the coolest Apple store I've ever seen. Possibly one of the coolest shops I've ever actually been in. Very open, a load of glass, loads of plants now. You probably saw again in the pictures. You got the mirror reflecting the ceiling, and it just looked like a really, really cool modern eco kind of store. And I think that sort of symbols what Apple seems to be going with at the moment. Everything's sort of being eco-friendly and whatnot. So day 4, I just remembered. So I went to Beverly Hills. I got pictures of the Beverly Hills sign. And yeah, again, it was one of those places that's pretty nice to see, but you couldn't really spend, a whole day there, maybe half a day max, really. You've got a load of the high-end stores, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, Ralph Lauren, everything like that there. So, you know, if you're into like real high-end shopping, then definitely worth going there. I think it's probably worth knowing as well from some stores that like you might have to book to be able to go into some of like the real high-end like watches, like Rolex and stuff. You might have to book to go into those. So yeah, Nate and Owls is the restaurant I stopped at. So I think it's the road. I think it might be called Beverly Hills Road or something. I mean, it's the road alongside Rodeo Drive. Stopped there for lunch. That was very nice. Had a pastrami sandwich and fries, and that was really, really good. Sort of like a proper American style sandwich, packed with meat and coleslaw. So I enjoyed that, and had a really nice view. Seen all the sports cars and high-end cars going by. Rather than like people watching, it was more car watching. But I like cars, so it was quite enjoyable to do that. So that was that day. I don't know what day we're on now. Day 5 maybe. I think we're Disney around day 5. So we're currently on Autopia in Disneyland, and I think someone might have broken down. We've been sitting in a traffic queue for about 5 minutes, getting on probably 10 minutes now, and we're sort of just stuck here. Hopefully we'll be moving soon and going to another ride.
believe that the crystal is still there. Because when it comes to activate. Raise the sabers. Remove just what's a lightsaber like the Jedi and the Sith that have been before you. And like them, you too can change the galaxy. Remember, it only takes a spark. Now if you would, raise them high.
Disneyland, California. What can I say? It was a great time. You know, so many different rides we went on that were really fun. I think a standout would have been Space Mountain, I'd say. I think that's just a classic ride. I went on that first. I really enjoyed that. Really fast. You know, I think you might hit like 1G going around there. You hit them boats really quick. It was really cool. There was no signs you couldn't film. I didn't film on the rides, but normally you typically can't. But there wasn't really any signs that said you couldn't. So I don't know if you can take a GoPro now or not really, but that would be really cool. Mountain Railroad, I think it's called, or Big Thunder Railroad, something like that. Something like the Rocky Mountain roller coaster. That was really quick, really fun. Indiana Jones, that was probably the longest wait we did there. That was about 65-70 minute wait. That was pretty painful actually. That was probably the hardest queue that we did. That was just like, is it worth it? And we actually did the ride, and yeah, I didn't think it was that great, to be honest with you. You know, it was quite a bumpy ride, fairly quick, but you know, they big it up on the sides. There's all these big drops like you've never experienced before, and yeah, there's like rides in the park you've experienced better, so that's kind of live. So that's cool. The Star Wars ride as well. So we did the one where you actually in the Millennium Falcon, you actually get a pilot. So me and Elliot, who I'm here with, we actually got to be the pilots of the ships. You get, I think it's like 5 different roles, so you sort of join with different teams, and we actually got to pilot it, which is really, really exciting. Fireworks end the day were obviously spectacular, and they were amazing as always. Definitely worth waiting around for, 9:30 at night. But the park actually does stay until midnight, which is really cool, so you can actually go and ride rides and everything afterwards. Worth noting as well, if you ever go book a table for a restaurant, found out that, you know, if you don't book a table, you are not going to get anywhere. You got a walking queue as well that you can try and get on, but you know, once it hits out 5-6 o'clock dinner time, you can't really get a table for the rest of the night. Download the Disneyland app, which is separate from the Florida app as well, so it's just worth knowing. Make sure you do get the right one. What else can I say? I think lightning queue, if you can buy a lightning ticket, if you can afford a lightning ticket, definitely get that. It makes one hell of a difference. I wasn't sure if it would or not, but you know, I think some rides that you would queue for about an hour, they queue at lightning about 15-20 minutes maximum. Yeah, it saves so much time, and you know, if you're on a short, even if you've only got like a day or two booked at Disney, it's worth getting to, so you can do every ride once, maybe twice if you want to. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're up to today. So obviously down in Malibu, Carbon Beach, it's cloudy than I thought it would be, to be honest. So it's got to wait until I think the sun will come out a bit later. I don't know what I'm going to eat yet. I could just grab McDonald's, to be honest. I might try and get a drink on the pier. Yeah, so I wanted to give you a quick update so far. It's a Saturday now, so I'd have been here a week officially on Monday, but I don't really count it until Tuesday because Monday is still the travelling day when you really get to do anything. Worth knowing as well, West Hollywood's a great place to stay, so if you are staying in LA, walk up to Hollywood, you can walk to Sunset Boulevard, you can walk to the Grove, if you really want, you can walk to Beverly Hills, which is about an hour and 20-minute walk roughly, so you can do that. So it's nice and central, but if you want to Uber around, you know, it's like a $13 to like Beverly Hills and stuff. It's not as cheaper here on Uber than it is in America, in the UK, sorry, and you know, there's so many more options. Even Uber Eats is a lot cheaper than it is back home, it feels like, and there's so many different variations you can get here. It's crazy. So again, yeah, getting Uber is like the perfect way to get around. That's probably the highlight so far. I'm going to take a stroll, and yeah, I'm going to show you some of the clips. I don't know what that is a delivery droid or what, but we're going to follow it and see where it goes.
These are pitiful humans to contend with.
Aren't they? Ghosts? Sort of a requirement.
Change glasses.
Do you want the receipt?
Classic 18-inch American pizza. Whew. #1 in West Hollywood.
Generation of heroes. We hope you have a great time on your...
It all helps us develop really cool stuff like these spider bots, for example.
You cannot win.
His eyes are a different colour on your camera. What? That's weird.
1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4.
No.
Greatest reward is to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years. That is a great reward.
It just takes one. A dream that's calling out. Hope lighting up that dark. A single act of love. Just imagine all the ways that it could start. Will you be the one to start the motion? Stand alone, stir the ocean, be the hand that
there's the Hollywood sign. I reckon we're over halfway now. What a walk. Right, people, we're on our second walk of the day, second trail. I believe it's about 3.3 miles, so I don't know if we're going to finish that or not. We're heading towards the Hollywood Bowl this evening to go see Ricky Gervais live about 7:30. I believe it's just gone past 3 o'clock now. Don't know, we might be cutting it a bit short, but we shall see how far we get. So yeah, obviously you've seen a few more clips now, so I thought I'd quickly just give you a good brief of what we've been up to. So obviously the Universal now, that was really good. Did the Disney Adventure Park, that was really fun. Probably rated the Disney Adventure Park, probably just edged it over Disneyland itself. Area wise, I think actual Disneyland layout and all the different areas I think is better. It's pretty hard to match that, to be honest, but the rides were a lot more modernised and a lot more thrilling. You know, the Incredibles ride was insane, Loop the Loop, and you go really fast on that. That was really cool. The Cars ride as well, which was just, it was like the perfect kind of roller coaster really, because it had the story, had the animated cars, had the race at the end. We get a bit of speed, you get a bit of thrill, and it was kind of like the perfect start to finish ride. I think possibly in the whole of Disney, to be honest. That's really good. So obviously we've only got a few days left, which is quite sad. I think we're going to do another hike tomorrow, and then we are Monday onto Universal again. So we've got day 2 at Universal. We'll do the backstage tour, obviously do some more of the rides. To be honest, I don't know what my favourite ride. The Mummy was really good at Universal actually. Good, a little touch on that. That was really fun. Most disappointing would have been the Mario ride. That was really bad, to be honest. 2.5 hour wait, and then it broke down at the end before we even got on it. That was really just boring, to be honest. That ride didn't really work. The Transformers was still really good. Harry Potter ride was good. Really fun. So yeah, I still think Universal, some of the rides might be a little bit outdated now, because the last time I was there was 2015, so it seemed quite modern. So yeah, Universal Monday, Santa Monica on Tuesday, and we fly home sadly on Wednesday. So we're very nice, to be honest. We've walked quite fast. We finished off like half the Hollywood Reservoir, and then you come up here, and that's like the other side of the hill from Hollywood. But I don't know how far I'll go, to be honest, because I forgot my water bottle. I'm gasped. There's a water fountain back down the hill. Warm water, bit of something. But you can see that big hill there. I don't know if you can see anyone coming down. There's a couple of people there. But I think that might be the hill you climb. It looks amazing, but without water, it's quiet out. I'm probably not going to do that. That's a bit silly. I'm just starting to see what it's like to get a bit of a view, but without water, I don't know if I'll do that. I'll have to come back and that looks really great up there. But yeah, I don't want to die up here. So we'll see how we get on, but if not, we'll turn back and go get some water. And then I might actually finish the Hollywood Reservoir Trail, which is probably about another half hour off from where I came up here. It's definitely worth coming up actually, just to be able to see. I believe this might be North Hollywood. I think that's North Hollywood over there. But yeah, it's pretty crazy, to be honest, all these hikes. You'd never think they were here. Just being in a city, you don't really get hikes. Obviously, I thought it was worth pointing out now, I've been trying to film GTA locations. Reservoir's obviously one. So yeah, obviously been trying to keep it gaming related in some sense. Pretty sure we're at the end now, and then off to Hollywood Bowl. So now we're at Hollywood Bowl, waiting for Ricky Gervais at 7:30. And he'll be right down there on stage. Again, another location from GTA. Yeah, pretty iconic stadium. They have a lot of iconic performers throughout the years, so it was really cool.
But of people trying to shut you up, make you feel bad about laughing at certain things, because they're miserable bastards, because they can't deal with their own emotions.
Today is the day we finally conquer the mountain after seeing it yesterday and not having any water to go up it. In the distance there, it's Universal Studios. You can see the globe, you can see the Mario section in blue. you've got the golf course over there, then we've got the picture of it, how it hangs. And there's North Hollywood and Tuca Lake. I would say we are over halfway now. It's a bit of a burner getting there to the peak. We made it. Look at the view from here. Wow. Top of Wisdom Tree now, and our next hike will be going across there. Heading towards behind the Hollywood sign now. See Burbank behind me. Nearly to the Hollywood sign, which should be just over there. Made it to the road. That's probably one of the best views of the Hollywood sign in LA, and obviously in the world. It looks directly over the sea. I'm pretty sure it's where the tours come up and you get like your famous picture taken, which I'm going to do right now. Now that's the best view of Hollywood sign from up here. The Hollywood sign trail. And we were right above it on that ledge there. Maybe let's see a few people up there. Where we were hiking yesterday, if you can see right at the top up there, zoom in, the Wisdom Tree, and that's where we hiked. So we hiked all the way up there and along the Hollywood side.
These buildings are a little bit unusual, and that's because they're built to the signs and decorations make it look like we're in a different city, a different country, a different time period. And then when it's time to head to the big city, when we want to go downtown, we just turn the corner. Most of these buildings are what we call facades, which means false front. And we can take these facades, these partial buildings, and make them look like whatever city we want to visit. Oh, Brownstone Street on your right-hand side is in every single one of these shots here. It was for Rutherford Falls with Ed Helms. They've also used this set for a few episodes of Bel Air, but I think a lot of you will remember when this was Hill Valley for Back to the Future. Back to the Future parts 1 and 2. If you have thunder and lightning going, then you can start your rain. Yeah, we use real water for the rain because that's the best way to get our actors wet. Look out, everybody, we got a flash flood, here it comes! perfect timing. You're gonna get great photos. Oh, and there's one of our divers. Hey, Pete! Pete, did you see the shark? It looked like it was headed for you. Yeah. Pete, are you okay with the gas lines? That could be a okay. Yeah, that's probably bad. Saw earlier in our picture car row. These cars don't get their own individual signs. We come and go as they please a lot of the time, so we never know exactly which cars we're going to find. But what is he doing? Did he seriously not notice a whole tram full of people with cameras? Like, why would you do something like that? Or anybody? But we were given a tour. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're going to go. Yeah, so sorry to bother.
Thank you, my friend.
So guys, we're in Santa Monica. Sadly, it's our final day of the trip, but we've had an absolutely fantastic time. What an iconic location, especially from Los Santos that we are visiting. Sun's finally coming out. Obviously, I've filmed quite a few of the famous locations there, so obviously you'll be watching those and they look pretty much spot on to what it does in the game, which is really, really cool. We watched a couple of shows and they were really good. And yeah, it's actually quite sad that we've come to the end of the trip now. Highlight part was probably just being in Los Angeles, Los Santos, and seeing all like the iconic places that we see in the game, which has been really, really good. I said highlight of the trip was Disneyland. Probably for a lot of people when you come to like California, and that Disneyland's always up there. And yeah, I think overall I'll definitely come back here and do some more filming and visit a couple of other locations that we haven't able to visit in this trip. Leave a comment down below what your favorite part of this trip was, and I'll catch you in the next one.